Research is happening at breakneck speed. There are more than 20 vaccines in development for the coronavirus. One has begun human trials after unusually skipping any animal research to test either the safety or the effectiveness of the vaccine. Other scientists are at the animal research stage and hope to get the results of human trials later in the year. But even if scientists can celebrate having developed a vaccine this year, there's still the massive job of being able to mass produce it. It means, realistically, one would not be ready until at least the middle of next year. All of this is happening on an unprecedented timescale and using new approaches to vaccines, so there are no guarantees everything will go smoothly. Hello and welcome to another episode of Endless Info. It will be less successful in older people. This is not because of the vaccine itself, but aged immune systems do not respond as well to immunization. All medicines, even common painkillers, have side effects, but without clinical trials, it is impossible to know what the side effects of an experimental vaccine may be. This is something on which regulators will want to keep a close eye on. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you like those videos, please ring that bell. If a vaccine is developed, then there will be a limited supply, at least in the early stages. It will be important to prioritize. Healthcare workers who come into contact with COVID-19 patients would be at the top of the list. The disease is most deadly in older people, so they would be a priority if the vaccine was effective in this age group. However, it might be better to vaccinate those who live with or care for the elderly instead. Doctors are testing current antiviral drugs to see if they work against coronavirus, COVID-19. This speeds up research as they are known to be safe to give to people. Trials are taking place in hospitals in affected countries, but in February, Dr. Bruce from the World Health Organization said, "There's only one drug right now that we think might have real efficient and real effectiveness. It was developed as an Ebola drug, but also seems to be able to kill a wide variety of viruses. However, we are still waiting on trial results." There was much hope a pair of HIV drugs would be effective, but the trial data is disappointing. They did not improve recovery, reduce death, or lower levels of the coronavirus in patients, with serious COVID-19 of course. However, as the trial was conducted in extremely sick patients, it may have been too late in the infection for the drugs to work. There's also much interest in an old and cheap anti-malarial drug called chloroquine. Laboratory tests have shown it can kill the virus. Once again, we are waiting for results when it is given to patients. Trials are taking place in the US and other countries at the moment. Vaccine prevent infections, and the best way of doing that at the moment is good hygiene. If you are infected by coronavirus, COVID-19, then for most people it would be mild and can be treated at home with bed rests, paracetamol, and plenty of fluids. Some patients may develop more severe disease and need hospital treatment. Well, that's for another episode of Endless Info. Thank you for watching. Stay safe.